It is one of the important topic and simple, also so simple, not a difficult topic. When you go for ratio, we are going for ratio. Okay, in this ratio, simply when the two values are compared, when I try to compare the two values, suppose 3 I am saying and 4 I am saying. I want to say 3 by 4. This 3 by 4 can be written as a 3 is to 4. This can be taken as a 3 is to 4. This is called as a ratio. Simply we are going to call it as a ratio. And here 3 is the first term, 4 is the second term. 3 is the first term, 4 is the second term. Okay, we can write 3 is to 4 can be written as a 3 by 4. Simply we can say it is 3 by 4. And at the same time, proportion I am saying, when you go for proportion, whenever you are trying to compare the two ratios together, that is going to be called as a proportion only. We are going for the ratio and proportion. When you go for the ratio and proportion, when two ratios have been compared, that is called as a proportion. Trying to compare the two ratios. So we can say it is a proportion. Suppose we ran the 3 is to 4. I am going to take the 3 is to 4. And this is going to be equated with the another proportion. And 4 is to 5. When you go for 4 is to 5, two ratios are going to be compared. 3 is to 4 is equated with the 4 is to 5. Okay, when you go for 3 is to 4 is equated with the 4 is to 5, this is called as a proportion. When two ratios have been compared, that is called as a proportion. And now whatever the three we are finding and whatever the 5 we are finding, these are called as a extreme terms, the last terms, extreme terms. And whatever the 4 and 4 we are finding, this 4 and 4, these are called as a mean terms, mean terms. And in this here, okay, simply 5 is called as a fourth proportion, 4 is called as a third proportion, and 4 is called as a second proportion. And now the product of extremes is equal to product of means. What are the extremes here? This is the extreme terms or not? 3 and 5 both are the extreme terms, and 4 and 4 both are the mean terms. And product of extreme going to be product of, okay, simply product of extreme terms. Extreme terms is equal to product of mean terms. Going to be product of mean terms. Okay, product of extreme terms is equal to product of mean terms. Okay, when you go for product of extreme terms, there is going to be 3 into 5. Okay, 3 into 5 is equal to 4 into 4 or not? This is going to be 4 into 4. Okay, 3 into 5 is equal to 4 into 4. Suppose some ratio has been given to you like this here, 3 is to 4, and next another ratio has been given to you, 7 and x. Now whenever you are asked to find out the fourth proportion of the your given proportion, okay, how to find out the x now? X is the fourth proportion. How can I find out the x here? I want to find out the x. To find out the x here, see here, product of the extremes is equal to product of the means. Now 3x, I can say 3x is equal to 4 into 7. Now x is equal to 4 into 7 by 3. Okay, this is the total value what you are finding 28 by 3. When I go for 28 by 3, suppose 28 by 3 is the result what you are getting. Then when you substitute this here, simply 3 is to 4 and the proportion is going like this, 7 is to 28 by 3. 28 by 3. Now then what happens here, 9 is to 12 is to 12 and 21, this is going to be 21 is to 28. Now fourth proportion is a 28 by 3 or else we can go for the 28. Okay, product of extremes is equal to product of means. Simply we can say product of extremes is equal to product of the means. Okay, this is the concept. Okay, what is the ratio? Ratio is number just some two numbers which are in the division. 3 is to 4 can be written as a 3 by 4. Proportion means what? When you compare or when you equate two ratios, that is called as a proportion. And in the proportion, simply we can find the extreme terms and mean terms. 3 and 5 are the extreme terms, 4 and 4 are the mean terms. And we can have the simple formula. Product of extremes is equal to product of the mean terms. Going to be product of the means. And simple one example we have seen. This is a proportion 3 is to 4 and we can say 7 is to x. Now we can find the fourth proportion. X is the fourth proportion. We can find out the fourth proportion easily. The product of extremes is equal to product of the means. Now we got the 3x is equal to 4 into 7 and x can be calculated as a 28 by 3. We can say fourth proportion is going to be 28 by 3. Or else if you want to apply it, simply we can multiply 3 into 3 9 and 4 into 3 12 and 7 into 3 21 and fourth proportion will be 28 we are getting. Are you okay with this? So, when you look into this simple ratio, A is to B is 3 is to 8, B is to C is 4 is to 9. Now, we need to find out the A is to B is to C. For this, simply we can write it as A is to B is equal to 3 is to 8. Again, B is to C is equal to bring the B value under the B value. We are in the B value 8, it also 8, 4. Now we are trying to find out the A is to B is to C. See how to write A is to B is to C now. I want to go for A is to B is to C. Okay, now simply 3 is multiplied with the 4. Okay, then what happens here? It is going to be 12 is to. Then 8 and 4 must be multiplied. Then it is going to be 32. Then 8 and 9 must be multiplied to get the value, that is going to be 72. Okay, 12 is to 32 is to 72. This is the A is to B is to C. If any common thing available to you, that can be applied. Okay, cancellation can be done. For this we can choose the 4. 3 times or not? 3 times. 8 times, we can find 8 times. 1 time and 8 times. 3 is to 8 is to 18. This is the A is to B is to C. Okay, 3 is to 8 is to 18. Okay, because for all the 3 values, the common table is a 4 and 4 goes into 12 3 times, in 32 8 times, in 72 18 times, so that we can find out A is to B is to C easily. Okay, let us go for one more example. See how we can write it as A is to B. When I go for A is to B is equal to 14 is to 6 and B is to C is equal to 7 is to 4. Now we want to find out A is to B is to C. For that simple thing I can do 14 and 7 must be multiplied. Here 14 into 7. Then 6 and 7 must be multiplied. 6 into 7. And the next one is 6 and 4 must be 6 into 4. Now, two table can be taken to cancel it 7 times 7 into 7, 3 times 3 into 7 is also 3 into 4. Now, in this case, 49 is to 21 is to how much? 12. Now, total 49 is to 21 is to 12. Okay, this is the total. A is to B is to C. Okay, share the amount 1500 in the ratio 7 is to 8 between A and B. A and B. When you look into this here, 7 plus 8, how many parts are there? Total parts are going to be 7 plus 8. I can go for 7 plus 8. When I go for 7 plus 8, how many parts are there? 15 parts are there. 7 parts goes to A, 8 parts goes to B. Now total 15 parts are equivalent to 1500. Then 7 parts are equivalent to how much? 700. 8 parts are equivalent to how much? 800. Total 15 parts. Here we can write it as a 15 parts. What are the 15 parts are there? That is equivalent to 1500. Now 7 parts are going to be how much? Now simple thing, 7 by 15 into 1500, that is equivalent to 700. Okay, the A share is 700, then B share can be taken 1500 minus 700, okay, that is equivalent to 800. Okay, simple question, we want to distribute 1500 rupees in the ratio 7 is to 8 between A and B. Between A and B. Okay, A is getting 700 and B is going to get how much? 800. A's share is 700, B share is total 800. It is a simple question. Okay, in the school, boys and girls are in the ratio 3 is to 5. Number of boys are 20 less than the number of girls. And according to the ratio, it is showing that number of girls are more than the number of boys. For every 5 girls, there are 3 boys in the classroom. And the difference between the numbers in the ratio 5 minus 3, 2. And the difference between the boys and girls given is 20. And the two parts are equal to, simply 2 parts are equivalent to how much? 20. Total, how many parts are there? 3 plus 5. When you go for 3 plus 5, 8 parts are there. Total students are 8 parts is how much? Then simply 8 by 2 into 20. Okay, that is equivalent to total 80 students are there in the classroom. Okay, total 3, 5, 5 minus 3, 2 parts. And the difference in the students 20. Boys and girls difference is 20. 2 parts are equivalent to 20. Then I need total number of students. When I go for total number of students, girls and boys together, at the time you can say 8 parts given to you. 8 parts are equivalent to how much? Now simply 8 by 2 into 20, that is equivalent to 80. Or if at all you are facing the difficulty with this equation, simple thing you can do. Okay, two things can be done. Okay, 2 is equivalent to 2 parts are equivalent to how much? 20. Then 8 parts are equivalent to some x. Do cross multiplication. When you do cross multiplication, 2x is equal to 2 into 8. And 2 get cancelled in 8 4 times. The total answer is 80. The total number of students available are 80 students. This is a simple question. Within seconds you can solve it. Don't go for the traditional way of solving it. 3x, 5x, 5x minus 3x is equal to 2x, 2x is equal to 20. It is time taking process. You have to practice in such a manner that how to overcome the difficulty, how to save the time. For that, this is going to be useful to you. And first understand the question, read the question number of times, get concept and try to apply the concept. If the two parts are equivalent to 20, then the total number of students are 8 parts. 8 parts is how much? Simply 80. This is within seconds you can solve this question. If you look into this question, A and B are sharing the amount in the ratio 4 is to 3 and A got 4500 as is shared. Then what is the total amount shared among the A and B? Okay, in this question, okay, 4 plus 3, 7 parts, total amount is equal to 7 parts. And A got 4500 which is equal to 4 parts. Now we can write it as a 4 parts are equal to, okay, 4500. Okay, in this transaction, total 4 parts are equal to 4500. Now we are expecting 7 parts, total amount is how much? Now 7 by 4 into 4500. Okay, that is equivalent to, okay, how much is the amount you are going to get it? 8, 8 to 9. Okay, 4 how many times? 0, 0. We can divide this number by using 4. 4 goes into this. 4 one time. Actually it is a one time. Again one time. Then 2 times. 5 times. Then go for the total. Okay, 7 into, simply 7 into 1125 is equal to 8295. We can verify this answer by using digital sum. Okay, 7 into 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 5, 9. Okay, the total what is the digital sum for this? 9 is equal to 9. It is 8 plus 2, 10. So 8 to 9, 5. When you go by 8 to 9, 5, 8 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 15 means what? 6 plus 9, 6 only. It is going wrong. The answer is wrong. Okay, 7 5s are 35. 7 2s, it is going to be 7 5. This is going to be how much? Okay, 5, 7, and simply 8. Now see here, the 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 8, 22, 4, 4 plus 5, 9. Okay, 9 is equal to 9, we got it. Okay, in our examination also, if you want to go for verification, the better you approach digital sum only. In the options also you can find some options 1, 2, 3, 4 or A, B, C, D. There to verify the answer or choose the answer instead of doing some multiplication, better we can apply the digital sum. If you look into this question, total amount to be distributed is 1210. If A's amount is equal to 2 by 5 of B's amount, how much amount does B have? Okay, in this case simply A is equal to 2 by 5 of B. Then if I say A by B, it is 2 by 5. Total it is nothing but A is to B is equal to 2 is to 5 only. Then the total how many parts are there here? Total 7 parts. The 7 parts are equal to 1210. Then the B's amount I want 5 parts equal to some x. Now 7x is equal to 5 into 1210. When I go over 5 into 1210, the seventh table in 1 to 0. Is it possible to do that? Okay, there is a wrong with the question. Simply here, a 4 by 15th part of the A is amount is equal to 2 by 5 of the B. This is the simple equation to be written. When you go for the A, that is 4 by 15 of A is equal to 2 by 5 of B. Okay, in this case here 2 in 4 2 times, 5 in 15 3 times. 2 by 3 of A is equal to B. Now A by B is equal to 3 by 2. Now A is to B is equal to 3 is to 2. Now 5 parts are equal to 12, 10. Now I need B's share, 2 parts are equal to some X. Then do the cross multiplication. 5x is equal to 2 into 12, 10. And X is equal to 2 into 12, 10 by 5. Okay, that is equal to 484. Okay, answer is? Okay, that is the B. Okay, in this question, simply second question, two numbers are respectively 20% and 50% more than the third number. The ratio of the two numbers is asking. So let us take the three numbers A, B, C. I can take it as a ABC. I'm assuming that C is 100% we are having. Then A is 20% more than the C. C is the third number. A is 20% more than the C. If C is 100%, then okay, A becomes 120% and B becomes 150. Why? Because 50% more. Okay, C is 100, then A becomes 120, B becomes 150. Now they are asking about the ratio between the A and B. A is to B is equal to 120 is to 150. Now when you go for this here, it is 4 times 3 table, 4 times here 5 tables, 3 table 5 times 4 is to 5. Answer is C. Yeah, the answer is C. 4 is to 5. Simply what they are saying, two numbers are respectively 20%, 50% more than the third number. Let us take the third number as 100. If third number is 100, automatically first number becomes 120, second number becomes 150. And they are asking about the ratio of the two numbers, A is to B. For the A is to B, A is to B means what? A is 120, B is 150. 120 is to 150. Simply okay, 0, 0 get cancelled and 3 table 4 times as well as 5 times. Simply we can get it. A sum of money is to be distributed among A, B, C, D in the proportion of 5 is to 2 is to 4 is to 3. If C gets 1000 rupees more than the D, what is the B's share? It doesn't take much more time. Within 1 to 5 seconds of time we can get the answer. Now if you look into this here, okay, C gets 1000 more than the D. In the ratio, when you look into the ratio between the C and D, what is the ratio they are given? 4 is to 3. And C is getting 4 parts, then D is getting 3 parts. Difference is how many parts here? 1 part. 1 part is equivalent to 1000 rupees. Then we are asking for the B's share. Okay, B is getting 2 parts. 2 parts are equivalent to how much? 2000. Here the simple question. No need of going for some X, Y and all. Okay, directly we can say between the C and D. Okay, C is to D, how much you got it? C is to D is equivalent to 4 is to 3. Now C is getting 1000 rupees more than the D. That means one part is equivalent to 1000 rupees per us. Okay, one part is equivalent to 1000 rupees per us. And B is having the 2 parts in this ratio. Simply the 2 parts are equivalent to how much? Okay, simply 2 by 1 into 1000. Okay, that is equivalent to 2000. Answer is 2000. The answer is C, that is equal to 2000. Okay, no need of going for the X, applying the X and Y and all. Okay, directly here, the C is getting 1000 rupees more than the D. And in the ratio between the C and D, one part is the difference. 4 minus 3, how much it is? 1. One part is equal to 1000. Then we are looking for the B's share. B is getting two parts in the ratio. Two parts are equal to how much? Simply it is equal to 2000. That is the answer. Okay, within 5 seconds we can finish this question. It doesn't take much more time to you. Okay, when you look into this question here, seats for the mathematics, physics and biology in a school are in the ratio 5 is to 7 is to 8. Okay, earlier they got 100% is equal to 5, 7 and 8. There is a proposal to increase these seats by 40%, 50% and 70% respectively. Then what will be the ratio of the increased seats? Okay, on the 5, if you increase the 40%, is simply 5 into 140 by 100. That is the increase in the seats of mathematics. Then 50% increase in seats of the physics. For that simply 7 into 150 by 100. Next one is okay, simply 8 into 175 by 100. If you divide all terms of the ratio with some constant, the value doesn't change. And if you multiply all the terms of the ratio with some constant, then also the ratio value doesn't change. Okay, in this case, 5 into 140 we can say, and 7 into 150, then we can say 8 into 175. If we do the cancellation, simply 7 goes here, it is a 20 times, and here in this case, okay, 2 times and 5 times. Again 5 table, 5, here 30 times, here 5 times. Again this 5, 6 times, and it is a 4 times. Again 4, 2 times, here 3 times is a 4 times. The final ratio is 2 is to 3 is to 4. This is the answer. That is A is the answer. Okay, there is an increase, 40% increase. Okay, upon the existing 100%, we are increasing the 40%. Then it becomes 140. Okay, 5 into 140 by 100, 7 into 150 by 100, 8 into 175 by 100. Finally, 2 is to 3 is to 4. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay, the total quantity, mixture quantity వచ్చేసి ఎంత మిక్స్ వచ్చేసి 60 liters. Okay, initial stage is milk to water. Milk is to water is equal to 2 is to 1. That means 3 parts are equal to 60. 2 parts are equal to how much? 2 by 3 into 60, and then 40 liters milk and 20 liters water. That means 40 is to the new ratio. Okay, initially 40 liters milk and some more liters of water to be added to the existing water. Already 20 liters water existing plus x, some x, that is equal to 1 is to 2. Earlier the ratio is 2 is to 1. Now we are trying to make it as a 1 is to 2. For that, some extra water to be added. How much water must be added? That is given as the x. 40 is to 20 plus x is equal to 1 is to 2. Now if you go for the product of extremes is equal to product of means, okay, simply we can say 20 plus x plus into 1 and 40 into 2. Now 20 plus x is equal to 40 into 2, and x is equal to 80 minus 20, that is equal to 60. The 60 liters of water to be added to make the ratio as a 1 is to 2. See, this problem can be solved by using mixture or allocation also. Later on we will discuss that. So we are dealing with the ratio and proportion, that is the reason we have gone for this mechanism.